Hello and welcome to a series of clips that I will probably join together, showing you step by step or piece by piece or whatever it's going to be about my airship build. I might actually do this with the railroad as well. As I said in a previous video, I have started to make an air balloon, a zeppelin or whatever it's called, airship the British call it, and it was about the British because I made some sort of Spitfire or Tempest and then I made a Lancaster. So I was still thinking British, and I was thinking sub with camel and all that. But do you know how boring it is to build something like that? It's just a blimp and it's hollow. Of course you can put some engines on the outside and then you have a gondola underneath and you steer from the gondola. The whole thing started with me wanting to learn how to use the anchor. There is an anchor here we can use. Now this is not the one, but I was thinking about having this anchor here because you have two of them. One is the ground anchor and then you have the vehicle anchor. I think this is usable even in underneath the water. Now that's Ron's, he's the submarine guy, so he has to show you that in that case. Anyway, I started to build very long. It was like I think 9 by 100, and then I was thinking no, this is not cool. This is not good at all. So I was rethinking, and as you probably have guessed, yes, this is the Constellation class USS Enterprise NCC 1701, the first one, or should be. This is the disc. And there we have the connection down, and then I have still got some of this left that I was going to do a spaceship with. So all I now need to do is try to lift it and dock it with that, and hopefully it will work. If it doesn't, I have to do and redo until it does. So I'm now going to use this platform, raise it just straight up, no big deal at all hopefully, and then it will connect to that one. This is the first step. Next step is to fill the lower half of the disc. That is what it is. Later I will also use Architectocraft in order to make these not as blocky as they are. Try to make them more smooth. You can use the balloons inside the Architectocraft bench, which is awesome. It's so awesome. So let's just call this test. It's really not anything. Assemble ship, mount. Okay, it is too much stuff. Now let's see if I can just raise it slowly. Oh, I can't see anything here. I want that one to come a bit more, please. No, can't do. Okay, then we take K, align, disassemble. Whew. No, we can't get there. How bad is this? Well, let's see. This one has nothing to do with it, so let's remove that. Try to remember that I have to add it later on. And then we'll lift it one more. It looks perfect. Okay, here we go again. When you're doing this, if you have something that can change value, like a door or a trapdoor or anything, if you assemble and then open the trapdoor or the door, it might actually say, oh, this assembly has been changed, I can't use it. And you have to disassemble, yeah, all that jazz in order to do it again. This making it impossible to watch is fun. That should be it. That should be it. Okay. Opens the GUI, please. No? I really don't want to do anything else, please. Okay, I did something wrong. Okay, let's lower it a bit. What? Something broke. It always breaks when I do this. Okay, I'll be back. Hopefully I will fix this somehow. Okay, I succeeded in raising that platform. I just removed that, and when I logged back on, it had disassembled, aligned and disassembled. So that was actually being in the perfect place. I just added the 3 balloons. And then I filled this one up, and as you can see, it's really not that round, but what the heck. That darkness really bugs me, because that means that they can spawn on top of that and probably on top of that one as well. So when I'm working on this one, I need really to make sure that I am having what I would want to. Light, sleep, or else I'm dead meat. Anyway, it starts like this, and I will continue making just the schedule stuff. This is the hull too, and then we have to have the engines as well. And the funny part with those is that they are at an 45 degrees angles from hull 2, so they are really 45 degrees, and together with, let's see if I can show you, together with this magnificent machine, I must say, you can make sure that it looks. There we have roofing. I just put one of these in, and I got myself a roof tile that is 45 degrees, which means that I don't have to bother thinking about what is and what isn't. So just adding it, a bit of a bother having it in the right spot, but as you can see, suddenly I have 45 degrees, which will be a very good thing. Good. I will build more, and then I'll be back and show you the next step that I have done. Yeah. Well, I'm back with the 3rd clip. Now I have I built something. You can see for yourself. I'm finished with the basic of the 2nd structure. That's the secondary hull. This is the primary hull. Have started to make some progress over here as well. Up here we have the entrance, because we have to have something like that. Normally you port over here on both sides, but in this case I thought no. Mainly because I am going to use that anchor, and I need to have that close by so I can see it if I need to. Now here you're going to go inside here, and then we climb up to, or whatever, perhaps, or most likely I will have a teleportation mod, the elevator block, probably in some nice color. So you go up, and then you go out to the bridge, and as you probably know, the helm of the bridge is not actually the captain or the commander who is using that. There are some other guys. We'll see how I'm going to do that. I don't really know. I'm doing this in 1/3 scale. At least that's what it says on the blueprints that I'm using. Instead of, let's see what I should have done. a length of primary hull of 133 meters. It's not, it's only 43. No, it's actually 96, the total length of the whole one. Primary hull is 41, yes, and I have changed that. But that's what I'm going to do with that. And then I had to do the secondary hull, because it's going to change, as you Trekkies already know, I guess, is that it's sloping and it's going inwards in the end, and then there's even a minor stuff going in down here. So here it should be higher up, but all that is easier to do when you do have the basic structure. These crosses, perhaps you don't think they are much of use, but they are. They are actually keeping the whole ship together by using blocks in order to... Whoa! I don't like you. I still don't like you. There is no risk, but still, I don't like him. I haven't really made much light in here. I should probably do that. Yes, but if you don't make sure that it's connected, then it will not hang on when you drive away, if you're now going to do that. I am not totally sure that we are able, as Shipwreck so point out. It will probably break the server. It's most likely to do that. Yeah, well, that's life. We'll see about that. But for time being, all these torches, by the way, are actually in the way of moving this stuff, because these are entities that he doesn't like, the server doesn't like to move. But that's as far as I've done this time. I think it looks pretty neat, at least on the distance. So we'll see. I have some other project that I'm working on as well, so this is now and then. Yeah, so I'll say bye for now, and we'll see what's going on in the next clip. Well, let's check where I am again. These are white, these are silver. It's hard to see any difference, but these are light gray, hardly light gray. So I need to cover this area with light gray. I have been doing some work underneath in light gray. Over here I am building the water cells and they are going to be driven by cold steam engines, of course. I don't have anything else. And I am doing this in white. This is still the basic, this is the foundation. I will add and remove and change whatever I feel like it. However, while I was doing this, we came across to talk about Star Trek, me and Shipwreck, and he's a Trekkie. I didn't know that. So suddenly this is much more important than anything else. However, it takes a lot of time to get wool. Yes, I can go around chasing sheep, but this is the easier way. So I'm just waiting for these ones too, and then and so on and so forth. No big deal, but I would love to have a full crate, I can tell you that. However, to make grey, light grey wool, we need dye. And here is the fun fact. If we take one of those, these ones, for instance, or the white tulip, or the azure bleuet, one of these three flowers, you put it in the pulverizer and you get 4 dye each time. Oh yes, the pulverizer is really good at this, must say. Cool thing. Yeah. So I keep on building one part at a time, but it'll take some time to do that because I need the wool, and while I'm waiting for that, I have been working on the road that is now have reached Logan's, and I'm on also doing my railroad over at Ron's place, going in and out of tunnels and stuff. And we have been debating the end portal back at the place over there. Chip has already found it. I found it by total, I don't know. I suddenly made one of those ender eyes. I've never used that one. And just for fun, follow it because I can fly. And I found it, almost. However, as I said, Chip found it first, mainly because he's caving all over the place. He's the miner, 49er dwarfen man. Well, I still think he's going to try to get all the iron of this server. Oh yes, the things that we haven't taken yet, he will have. Right, next step, well, waiting for more wool. Right, enough said.